Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This Is Football. Welcome to another daily transfer news with Hussam, ladies and gentlemen. You just joined, from Footy Judge Mo. Big up to you. We just had to take down that Manchester City argument. People conspiracizing about the red cartel. Liverpool Escobar are in the building. You get me? Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. There's quite a bit for us to discuss today. We're going to be talking about the Manchester City situation. We are going to be talking about, we are going to be also talking about the news regarding Man City with the stuff like that. And there's a lot for us to discuss. So big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Guys, this is you watching us. I want you to hit this X button, hit this like button right here. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP right now. Hit this like button right here, right now. And as you guys know, on these daily transfer news show, we let you guys decide. This is the overlay. Tell me what you want me to start with. Do you want me to start with the City conspiracies? What exactly do you want me to start with? You decide. You get to decide. What do you want me to start this with? We can start with Nunez. We can start with Ten Hag. I'd rather start with the City thing. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Shall we start with the City thing? Since it's fresh off of our memories. One word answers in the chat, please. One word answers in the chat, please. Okay, most people are saying Manchester City. And you know what? I am a man of the people, and we shall deliver for the people of This Is Football, who are absolutely incredible and iconic as per usual. Slap up the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Guys, I forgot my tinfoil hat on. I forgot my tinfoil hat. I want to go get my tinfoil hat and put it on because, it's the red cartel that are trying to ruin Manchester City. And it's like, all these conspiracies all brought up together. Like, Arsenal and Liverpool and Man United are leading the charges against Manchester City to stop them from dominating because they're all jealous. They're all jealous of Manchester City's success. That's all we've heard for the last 48 hours, and it's beyond jarring. Liverpool, Man United, and Arsenal are not a red cartel. This has nothing to do with cartel members. No drugs are being sold. No one is being bullied. This is just the reality of the situation. This is just the reality of the matter. I completely agree with the rules and regulations of the English Premier League and of the independent regulator and of the financial firm determining market value and speaking on this. I spoke about this on the previous show, and I'm going to say it again right here, right now. If Liverpool are sponsored by a shirt sponsor and we get £40 million a year, there needs to be something called market value. There needs to be something called market value. Meaning, Manchester City cannot get a shirt sponsor tomorrow for 5 times as much as Liverpool get. It's very simple. I don't get why people are so upset by this whole market value thing. It's just a genuine, logical conversation. We sit up here and we actually listen to these City fans always act like there's a conspiracy and there's an agenda against them. There is no conspiracy and there's no agenda. There's something called market value. It's basic economics. Thank you, Chris Walker. It's 1 + 1 = 2. If Real Madrid have a shirt sponsor for £70 million a year, Manchester City should not be able to get a shirt sponsor for £700 million a year. People don't get the consequences of us allowing it to be a circus. Mourinho spoke about the circus when he was Spurs manager. He says either implement the FFP laws correctly or allow it to be a circus. Simple as that. And this is the issue that we have right now. There are clubs that are attempting to make it a circus. It's actually, we're getting blamed for being the red cartel. It's actually the other way around. It's the blue cartel and Aston Villa that are trying to make it open in terms of sponsorships and open in terms of sponsorship deals, where it gets to the stage where they're getting inflatable sponsorship deals from related parties so they could sign whoever they want. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and you can never compete with them. This is the issue that people are just not understanding. Arsenal are sponsored by Visit Rwanda. If Visit Rwanda gives Arsenal £50 million a year, why should Visit Abu Dhabi give Manchester City £45 million a year and it should be considered okay. There's no such thing as the red cartel. There's no such thing as any of these conspiracy theories. It's simple logic. It's simple facts. It's economy 101. We're just being objective and logical about this whole situation. At the end of the day, you look at Manchester City, you look at the situation that they're in, you look at the sponsorship deals, and you have to be objective and logical about this whole situation. Simple as that. You cannot spend the money willy-nilly without having any consequences, without having any regulation whatsoever, without having any of that stuff whatsoever. There needs to be an element of regulation. There needs to be an element of where we all sit back and go like, you aren't going to spend as much money as you want just because you want to. I don't care if you want to win. Okay, win fairly. You want to have ambitions, no problem. Have ambitions, win fairly. Compete based off of market value. Why should Visit Abu Dhabi have the right to give Manchester City 5 times as much as Visit Rwanda has the right to give Arsenal? And this is not simply a state-owned thing or a Manchester City thing or a Newcastle thing. This is also things that are general to other related parties. Ineos owns Man United. I think we can all agree that it would be unfair for competition if Ineos give Manchester United £500 million a year. This is basic logic. This is basic logic. People sit up here and act like you need to have an economy degree and a marketing degree and an MBA and a master's degree and a doctorate to be able to explain simple, logical things. This is as logical as it gets. The growth commercially, the revenues should be able to be in a position where everyone can compete based on market value. That's why the financial firm that is making these decisions should be able to say that, yes, this is too much money. No, this is not too much money. That's it. It's literally as simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. Related parties to the owners of said group cannot give as much money as they want to Club X. There are plenty of examples. This is not just a state-owned thing. This is simply a Premier League overarching big point thing. Simple as that. Kroenke's wife owns Walmart. Should Walmart be able to give Arsenal £300 million a year? The answer is no, unless it's of market value. This has never ever been a red cartel thing. This has never ever been a Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal against the league thing. This has never ever been that situation. It's an independent financial firm that sits there, assesses things based on market value and makes a correct decision. Simple as that. Simple as that. We can give plenty of examples that has nothing to do with state-owned clubs. So people cannot come here and call me, you're being racist and you're saying Arab money this, Arab money that. No, I'm not. I'm not simply talking about Arab money. I'm talking about Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United also having to make these decisions. Exactly what Aaron says in the chat applies. Should the Boston Globe be able to sponsor Liverpool for £300 million a year? And then I take the £300 million a year and then spend it every single year, and then the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and we just keep winning the league for the next 5 years? The answer is no. The answer is no. You need to build your club up via on-pitch performances, and you need to get sponsorships that are related to market value. Let's stop using buzzwords, City fans. All you've been doing over the last 48 hours is simply using buzzwords. Red cartel, conspiracy theories, blah, 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 blah. I forgot to go get my tinfoil hat on and tell you that we didn't land on the moon. Might as well just go there. Guys, I am simply talking about factual things. I am just talking about factual things. It's not a cartel. It's not some sort of conspiracy theory. It's just basic logic. And my problem is, anytime you open up this conversation to the City fans, they act like it's impossible for you to have a logical conversation about something that's completely logical. Liverpool should not be able to get a shirt sponsor for 5 times as much money as Manchester City do, or Man United do, or whoever, because that's unfair logically from a market value perspective. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. People want to sit up here and they want to conspiracize and they want to act like there's some unbelievable reason and there's a conspiracy against Manchester City. There is no conspiracy against Manchester City. It's simply based on fairness of competition. Who gives them the right? The Premier League gives them the right to make that decision. The regulators give them the right to make that decision. All the financial people give themselves the right to make that decision. People need to understand, Jose Mourinho done an interview 3 years ago when he was the Spurs manager and sat there and spoke about PSR and FFP and all that type of stuff. And he said, if we simply don't implement the FFP and PSR things correctly, then it becomes that's never ending, and then the whole league is just destroyed, basically, from a competitive perspective. And by the way, the Premier League as well has actually been acting democratically with these things because it's always a vote. So 14 Premier League clubs out of 20 need to vote that stuff or not. The only logical reasoning why Manchester City are against, the market value dictated sponsorships is because simply what they want is to inflate the market value of these sponsorships by X amount, spend a whole lot of money more than everyone else, and just keep winning, which is literally unfair to competition. That's it, City fans. There is no conspiracy. There is no red cartel. There's none of that type of stuff. And it's getting to the stage where it's boring with the City fans. Anytime you speak to a City fan, they use these buzzwords like red cartel and shit like that. It's not red cartel. It's not conspiracies. It's simply making sure that the Premier League has some form of fair competition. If Tesco sponsor Liverpool, I'm not even going to use a City example. If Tesco sponsor Liverpool for £50 million a year, I'm asking everyone in the chat a question. Should Walmart be able to sponsor Arsenal with £300 million a year? Yes or no answers in the chat. Just tell me yes, tell me no. Very simple question. Very simple question to everyone in the chat. Should they be able to be sponsored for, if Tesco sponsors Liverpool for £50 million a year, should Arsenal be able to get a Walmart deal for £300 million a year? Everyone is saying no. Even Arsenal fans in the chat are saying, you know why? Because that's independently regulated market value numbers. Simple as that. Simple as that. There is no conspiracy. There is no cartels. There's none of that shit. We're just talking objectively about the situation. And Manchester City's behavior over the last 48 hours, 72 hours have done nothing but damage actually their own reputation. It's actually done nothing but damage their own reputation. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that. Here, I used a Arsenal Liverpool example so people understand it's not some form of conspiracy against Middle Eastern owners or Middle Eastern clubs. I am a Middle Eastern man myself. Why would I be a racist against my own people? I'm not racist. I want the UAE and Saudi and Qatar and every single Arab owner to be able to compete and win and beat and beat these teams and do whatever they want, but do it in a fair manner. Don't tell me Saudi Airlines are going to sponsor Newcastle 500 times as much as you know, Turkish Airlines sponsor Liverpool. That's not allowed. That's just not logical. Why can't City fans just follow a logical train of thought? Why can't people just follow logical train of thought? I'm not an economy expert. I'm not someone who I'm not someone. No, no, Lilia. No, Lilia. I'm not an economy expert. I'm not, you know, someone who studied finances. But at the same time, I can make a logical conclusion based off of logic. Simple as that. I want Newcastle to be able to compete with us. I'm not denying Newcastle the opportunity to compete. I'm not. All I'm saying is compete and build your club in a way that's fair to all the other clubs. Newcastle should not be able to tomorrow sponsor their club with £5 million a year, go sign Mbappe, go sign Salah, go sign Kevin De Bruyne, go sign Virgil van Dijk, win the league for the next 5 years, and we're all done out here. That's it. That's all we're saying. It's not a red cartel. It's not a movement. It's not a conspiracy. It's none of that shit. It's none of that. Manchester City fans are just basically, someone mentioned it on the earlier on show, they're basically just defending the indefensible. The logic is not logicking. I've used the Walmart example, and Arsenal fans in the chat are saying, no, we shouldn't be able to. Arsenal fans in the chat are saying that. So why are Arsenal fans in the chat saying that if it's a red cartel thing? Because I should, if it's a red cartel, you know what I should say? Arsenal should be sponsored £600 million a year by Walmart, and there's nothing we can do about it. We should be able to just push ourselves to compete or any of this stuff. That's it. Big up Steve in the chat. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's a logical train of thought. We're not conspiracizing anything. We're not economy experts. We're just bringing up logical points here to be able to have a fruitful conversation and a logical conversation. I want Saudi Airlines to be able to sponsor Newcastle. I want Etihad Airways to be able to sponsor Man City. I have no problem with that whatsoever. All I wanted is to just be market value evaluations. You can reward winning. You can give the winning teams a bit more incentive. You can increase their sponsorship because they're winning. That does not mean that it's open flow and khalas, whatever money you want to be sponsored by, Habibi, yalla, come here, 500 million, 600 million, and khalas, the league is done then. There's no need for me to scout anyone. There's no need for me to try sign players on a cheap. There's no, because I cannot compete with anyone then. I'll just have to sit back, watch City and Newcastle sign the best players every single year, and the league's done. Of course, that's not what anyone wants, because it ruins the competition in the Premier League. Simple as that. Simple as that. And that's why a financial firm that's an independent regulator should be able to make those decisions. And I believe that they are making the right decisions. I said it. Yes, I believe they are making the right decisions, because you guys need to understand something. The financial firm full of nerds who have economy degrees are not going to sit back and go like, by the way, I hate the fact that Man City are dominating, so let me just stop a sponsorship deal that's completely logical from happening. If that's the case, why do Manchester City report the highest revenues in the Premier League? If Manchester City are getting lawful sponsorships removed from them because of some form of conspiracy, why is it that Manchester City make the most revenue in the Premier League? Not a single City fan can answer that question. They're already getting sponsorships. It's being looked at market value. It's being accepted. What I cannot do is make it become a circus and khalas. Everyone spend whatever money you want. Yalla habibi, money, 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 and khalas. League done. That's not how it works. There need to be an element of competition. And for all the Liverpool fans and United fans and others who wanted Manchester City to beat Arsenal to the league title because Arsenal fans are so annoying, sit back and watch this now. Have you seen how City fans have acted on social media over the last 48 hours? Have you seen how they have acted over the last 48 hours? Have you seen how everything has affected the Premier League negatively and the reputation of the Premier League and the competition negatively over the last 48 hours? Oh my God, Hussam, Arsenal fans are so annoying. And because Arsenal fans are so annoying, I want City to win the league. If you're a Spurs fan, I get it. You wanted Arsenal to lose the league. That's your biggest rival. It's as simple as that. Fantastic question, Copend. Who stipulates what the market value is? The nerds, the regulators, the financial firms. Let the nerds do their job. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let the economy people do their job, Copend. I cannot build up Liverpool Football Club to the umpteenth degree, get a shirt sponsor for £60 million a year, and then khalas, just like that, a sponsor sponsors Newcastle, Man United, Ineos. I'm going to use Ineos example so people don't cry. But the Red Cartel. Liverpool work their way up, build up their revenue, build up their worldwide recognition, start winning on the football pitch. So we start getting sponsored for £50 million a year after building our club up so much. Ineos come in, who own Manchester United partially, and start sponsoring Man United for £200 million a year. That should not be allowed. Simple as. Simple as. That's it. I cannot make it more simple than that. That's why an independent regulator exists. That's why they sit up here. And they make those decisions based on financial information, based on winning, based on stuff like that. Khalas. So, all the City fans watching, take off your tinfoil hat. There is no conspiracy. There is no red cartel. There's none of that shit. There's none of that. It's simply a matter of fair competition. That's all. That's all. Anyway, let me read these super chats before we carry on as well with the City topic. Big up to my guy Ashraf. Can we get W's in the chat for my guy Ashraf for the big super chat? Big up to you, Ashraf. Thank you so much, Habibi. Shukran. Big up Don Hussam. This is for reaching 31k subs. Alf Mabruk, my bro. So proud of the hustle. Uqbal Malyon. Thank you so much, Ashraf. You know what it is, bro? We sit up here every day, work hard, alhamdulillah, have great streams, enjoy streaming for you guys. For you guys. Because I was in your position. I sat there in summers and I was bored as hell and I didn't know what to talk about and I didn't know what to say and I didn't know what to watch. So I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here to give you guys daily content. I'm here to give you guys entertainment. I'm here to give you guys the content that you want. And thanks to you guys' help, we've hit 31k, 31,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much as well for getting us to this level. And thank you so much to Ashraf as well for the super chat. You guys need to understand something. Everyone who sends a super chat, everyone who likes a video, everyone who subscribes, everyone who shares, you guys are what keeps the channel going. You guys are the bloodline of the channel. So thank you guys so much, Ashraf and everyone who's always supported the channel. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are what keep the channel going. Big up to my guy Mo says, big up Don. City have no idea that there'll just be another Liverpool to Newcastle. Let them waffle. This is actually true. Big up my guy Zir talks in the chat. Zir, they don't know, Habibi. They don't know. Yeah, that's Ash from Sad's channel. Mo, they don't know. And Zir, they don't know that, Saudi Arabia could sponsor Newcastle with such massive amounts of money that Newcastle could win the league for the next 10 years in the English Premier League. They don't know. Big up to my guy Ben, Terry Makase Ben. He says, thank to Hussam for speaking this up for a long time. Bro, this is the reality. This is the reality, Ben. This is the reality. I have just been speaking about this logically this whole time. And I've been objective about this whole conversation. And I have given logical reasonings and logical examples from clubs that have nothing to do with state-owned clubs. I've given red cartel examples using Walmart and Ineos, so City fans can stop crying. City fans sounding like Tories these days. Hey, man said Brexit means Brexit. You get me? That's what he said. You get me? Hey, I like listening to Ash as well. We had one big conversation about Stevie G. You get me? The level of disrespect to Stevie G. But hey ho. City fans indulging in high grade copium. You know what it is? City fans over the last 48 hours, there's been some of them who were able to speak about it, and some of them who just sit there and they just want to convince the whole world that it's some sort of like conspiracy against their club. It's not a conspiracy against their club. It's not a conspiracy. It's simply fairness of competition. I cannot explain it any simpler. That's it. That's it. Oh my God, it's the red cartel. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's not a cartel. Do you think Liverpool owners want Man United to be successful? Do you think United owners want Arsenal to be successful? Do you think Arsenal owners want Liverpool to be successful? Stop with this red cartel crap that people just bring up for no reason whatsoever. All we want is for the competition to be fair. I don't want Visit Abu Dhabi to be able to give 100 times as much more as Visit Rwanda does to Arsenal. That's it. That's it. It's very logical. It's very logical. Anyway, big up to you guys. You know, we are going to be talking a bit more on the football side of things as well now. We will stay with Manchester City because we are going to be talking about Pep Guardiola and Julian Alvarez. Guys, this is you watching us. I want you to hit this X button, hit the like button right here. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Thank you to everyone who has liked the video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I want to say shout out as well to Zir, shout out to Tampa Lion, shout out to Man Dispossessed, Ben, Mo, and Ashraf for the super chats. Big up to every single super chatter. You guys are what keep the channel going. I appreciate you guys so much for always supporting the channel, always showing us all the love and support you guys have always shown us. Big up Hussam, MBS FC for the win, inshallah. By the way, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Like if even if Saudi Airlines sponsor Newcastle, wallah, I have no problem. I'm just saying keep it in market value. يعني don't tell me Fly Emirates gives Arsenal 25 million a year, Saudi Airline give Newcastle 75 million pounds a year. خلاص. يعني keep it logical. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Big up to Leslie who says big up for trying to educate the ignorant LB. You know what I did? I done the biggest 4D chess move. I did not even do the state-owned clubs thing. I just used an example from Man United and Arsenal. Should Walmart be able to give Arsenal 400 million pounds a year? The answer is no. Should Ineos be able to give you know, Man United 500 million pounds a year? The answer is also no, because then everything is just destroyed. So hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe. Everyone hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get to 200 likes, 300 likes ASAP. I appreciate everyone supporting the channel as well. So I do want to continue talking about Man City because there are two topics at hand, and that's Pep Guardiola and Julian Alvarez. First topic is Manchester City are set to hold talks with manager Pep Guardiola over his future. The source is the Telegraph. Manchester City have rejected Atletico Madrid's approach for Julian Alvarez. The source is Marca for this one. So we kind of have two separate things to go over. Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Red Cartel, rise up. Haaland comment, Pep contract, Julian Alvarez. Oh, this is going to the shits, guys. This is going to the shits. This is going to the shits. The cracks. Everyone smell that? You smell the smell of cracks in the armor? Everyone smell it? Guys, this could go one of two ways. This could go one of two ways. Yeah, big up my red bros and girls. Listen, if you're a United, Arsenal, or Liverpool fan in the chat, can we just spam Red Cartel in the chat? Just write, if you support any of these three clubs, just write Red Cartel to piss off a City fan. Just write Red Cartel. Guys. Hi, guys. How you guys doing? You guys good? You know, I want to invite the Red Cartel to something. I'm going to embrace this Red Cartel thing from now on. Hey, Red Cartel members, make your presence known in this chat. Spam Red Cartel in the chat if you support Liverpool, United, or Arsenal. Guys, the demise is around the corner. The demise is around the corner. Inshallah, God willing, we will all celebrate the demise of Manchester City together. Inshallah, we will all celebrate their demise together. Smoking that City pack. Julian Alvarez might be looking for a move. Erling Haaland is not talking about a contract renewal. Pep Guardiola has been looked at for his contract and his future at Manchester City. Guys, the demise of Manchester City is around the corner. The hearing is in November. The hearing is coming, City fans. The hearing is coming. And I want to shout out Jack Howe, one of the guys who always supports the channel as well, who's already told you guys, some of the guys that are responsible in this court case have already taken down Amazon, have already taken down, shit like that. So they've taken down even bigger corporations and bigger stuff like that. So please don't think it's impossible for you to be taken down. Now I want to make a public invitation to every single Red Cartel member, to every single anyone member in the chat, regardless who you support. If Manchester City get found guilty, I will make the biggest party stream on YouTube. We are going to have a 12-hour stream. I'm going to get some fried chicken. I'm going to get some cigars. I'm going to get some cake. We're going to have a 12-hour celebration stream where everyone's invited. Everyone's invited. I'll put the StreamYard link in the description and we can all celebrate the demise of Manchester City together, inshallah, if they're found guilty. Now, Julian Alvarez is looking for a move, you get me, away from Manchester City, according to reports. Manchester City are rejecting said moves, so we will see what happens with that. However, when I look at Julian Alvarez, I'll be honest with you. I'll ask you guys a question in the chat, regardless of your support, even if you're a City fan lurking in the background. Let me know your opinion. Do you think Pep Guardiola has misused Julian Alvarez this season? Do you think Pep Guardiola has misused Julian Alvarez this year? Do you think he hasn't been given the right opportunity? Because Julian Alvarez probably looks at himself as the next best thing, as the next big thing. And I'll be honest with you, Julian Alvarez have had quite a few bad performances, and it happens, and it's okay. But big up to all the people making money promises. Listen, big up, man. Big up all the super chatters, man. You guys keep the channel alive. Love to all of you guys. Imagine $115 super chat just to shit on Man City. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll take that. Let's go. $115, £115. Boom. The number 115 is special. It's special to my heart and soul. I love that number. And you know who else loves it? Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola contract is up in the air. This man, they're talking about his contract. They're talking about his extension. They're talking about stuff like that. And you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. I think the refereeing incompetence is the reason why Manchester City have won 2 league titles. I'll tell you why. People won't like this, but I've always been honest with my opinions. Arsenal should have won the league this season. If the refereeing decisions were made in the correct manner, if McAllister getting a sweet chin music from Doku was a penalty, if the Newcastle away and the Aston Villa away decisions against Arsenal were done correctly, Arsenal are sat here league champions. If Rodri's handball was given, Liverpool would be on 2 league titles. This is just the fact. This is the fact. You can sit up here, you can call me conspiracy theories, you can say all of this shit. For me, I'm just being honest about it. I'm just genuinely being honest about the situation. I don't remember a single occasion in which Manchester City were done by a VAR decision this season. Someone will come tell me, oh my God, when Jack Grealish was through on goal. First of all, all the Spurs defenders are quicker than Jack Grealish anyway. All the Spurs defenders are quicker than Jack Grealish anyway. So it's not like they wouldn't have caught up to him. They would have caught up to him. Also, that's not a VAR decision. That's an advantage played. That's an advantage played. Akanji jumps in front of the goalkeeper, Fulham at home, while Fulham are playing really well, and the goal gets given. The Red Cartel, a week later, the Crystal Palace player is jumping in front of Onana, the goal is given. Explain it to me. Why is the same decision not kept consistent? Referees have helped Manchester City win this league title 100%. No one can deny this. VAR decisions, refereeing incompetence has also helped Manchester City in their pursuit of a 4P. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Red Cartel, apparently, have been shafted by refereeing decisions all year long. What cartel do you speak of? Fans, do you not feel any shame talking about Red Cartel like it's a thing when we've been shafted by refereeing decisions? Do you think if we were really cartel members, we'd get shafted by refereeing decisions? Who remembers the Liverpool Spurs game? By far the most pathetic Premier League game of the whole season when it comes to refereeing decisions. By far. The most pathetic refereeing performance of the whole year. Why is it always us? And this season it's happened 3-4 times to Arsenal as well. Why? I thought it's the Red Cartel, right, City fans? I thought it's a conspiracy to take down Arsenal and to take down Liverpool and to take down and you know it's the Red Cartel. What cartel? What cartel? There is no cartel. It's just fairness of competition. It's just the football clubs making sure that there is fairness. Now, when I look at the likes of Alvarez and Pep and stuff like that, I'll be honest with you guys. Let's just be real about the situation. None of these guys grew up supporting Manchester City. Pep Guardiola, when he was growing up as a Catalan, playing for Barcelona, being the Barcelona manager, he did not even know who Manchester City are to begin with. We all remember the infamous Robinho, interview where he thought he was going to Man United. He didn't even know there was another club in Manchester. Julian Alvarez did not grow up in Argentina supporting Manchester City. The only guy I probably think in the whole, the City first team that supports Manchester City even growing up is probably Phil Foden. Pep Guardiola don't owe any loyalty towards Manchester City. Alvarez doesn't. All these guys, they don't support the club. They don't love the club like that. They look at it as a job. And I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if this has a trickle effect where it's absolutely so strong that everyone just starts leaving. Because in November, I think the hearing is, in November, if the hearing finds Manchester City guilty, I expect a lot of these players to start leaving. and I expect the manager to leave because this taints their reputation. Guys, whether you guys like it or not, this taints the trophies that Manchester City have won. I'm not even doing conspiracy. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. This taints the reputation. This taints the trophies that Manchester City have won. Yeah, November 2024. It's coming soon, brother. It's coming soon. November 2024 is the hearing. And by the way, I speak for everyone. I know that. We're all just bored of the shit at this point. Can we just get to the bottom of this? Can we just get to the hearing? Can we just know the results of all this so we can just keep it stepping? Because it's getting to the stage where it's just genuinely like jarring and boring, bro. Like it's just boring. It's just boring. We're sat here like again, like Manchester City on. Bro, I just want to get to the bottom of this. I just want to get to the bottom of this so we can keep it stepping. Probably, my assessment of the situation is there's about 35 charges of not complying with the Premier League that Manchester City probably going to get fined guilty of. But the rest, we will see. The other, 70 charges or whatsoever, the other 80 charges. We'll see what happens. And you know what I find real funny? Man City threatening to leave the Premier League. Habibi, leave. You really think that we're going to sit up here and we're going to cry when you leave the Premier League? Habibi, we will celebrate. Wallahi, you make no difference. If Man United get relegated, it will affect the Premier League negatively. If Liverpool get relegated, it will affect the Premier League negatively. If Arsenal get relegated, it will affect the Premier League negatively. I'll even take it a step further. Probably if Chelsea get relegated, it will affect the Premier League negatively. If City get relegated, adi, life moves on the next day. You've all watched YouTube over the last month. People haven't spent the last month on YouTube saying congratulations City. They've spent the last month on YouTube saying hold that Arsenal. And all these players and managers and stuff, I expect them to leave. Remember Juventus when they got relegated? And we're talking about big old Juventus here. We're talking about big Juventus with icons playing for them like the likes of Platini and Del Piero and Gigi Buffon. When they got relegated, players left. So I'm supposed to think if City get found guilty, that City players are going to be loyal to City. No, they won't. Rico Lewis will be loyal. Phil Foden will be loyal. Players like that, okay. But I don't expect players like that to, like other than that, to be loyal. Why should Julian Alvarez be loyal? Why should Pep Guardiola be loyal? Why should any of these guys be loyal? What do you expect Haaland to pull up to Exeter away? No, he won't. No, he won't. So all of these things are happening because it's a trickle-on effect. Because all these players don't want to be in a position where their Premier League future maybe is a little bit uncertain. Now, Alvarez moving to moving to Atletico Madrid wouldn't really be the best move because of the style that Atletico Madrid play and stuff like that, which wouldn't help him in the long run. Which really wouldn't help him in the long run because they need to play. He needs to play a more offensive style of football that suits, his skill set, suits him as a player. Julian Alvarez, you get me, baller. So that's what I'll say. Let me just read this super chat before we carry on. Big up to my guy, Yes Man, who says City cheats should be named and shamed. Love from LV. I would make the guess, since it's American dollars, that LV is Louisville. Let me. You know what? I'm gonna Google LV USA. That should be Louisville or Las Vegas. I think that might be Las Vegas. Yeah, Vegas Gunners in the chat. I take it from you. Alas, done. Big up to you, my guy. Yes, man. Big up for trying to educate the ignorant LBs. What Leslie says. Listen, Leslie, that was a good conversation. I had fun talking to LB. And one thing I'll give respect to is like people like LB and Nobbins, who at least are open to having a dialogue instead of just shutting it down directly and saying, oh, it's a red cartel and just move on. It's just fraudulent. It's just fraudulent behavior. It's not a red cartel. Anyway, big up to Leslie, big up to Zir, big up to Yes Man, big up to Tampa Lion, Man Dispossessed, Ben, Mo, and Ashraf for the super chats. Big up to every single super chatter. Thank you guys so much for always supporting the channel. Thank you to every single person who supports the channel with the super chat. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. There's 2 topics left that we can discuss. Las Vegas, baby. Big up to you, yes, man. So, typical, this is football fashion. One word answers and one word answers only. Do you want me to talk about Darwin Nunez? Or do you want me to talk about Erik Ten Hag? You choose. You choose. One word answer. One word answer. You guys are such assholes. Why do you guys say this? There ain't nothing shameless about that. Let's go. You know, today I woke up to a message from Marius. Marius messages me, hold that. Darwin Nunez scored goals for Uruguay. And this makes me laugh. The people that support Darwin Nunez are clutching onto straws. These guys want Luis Diaz gone. Did you care when Luis Diaz tore Spain and you won playing for Colombia? I don't care if Darwin Nunez scores 50 goals for Uruguay in the Copa America and they win it. I don't care. I genuinely couldn't care less. I genuinely couldn't give a flying F if he scores goals for Uruguay. Why would Arsenal fans care if Kai Havertz scores goals for Germany if he's not scoring goals for them? Why would Arsenal fans care how Gabriel plays for Brazil if he's not playing for them? Why would Man City fans care if Erling Haaland scoring goals for Norway but not for them? Why should I care as a Liverpool fan if Darwin Nunez is scoring goals for Uruguay, but he comes to Liverpool and he's missing those step-ins? You know how many chances Mo Salah has created for Darwin Nunez the same exact way that he scored three goals yesterday? The same exact 3 goals yesterday that Darwin Nunez scored were created for him game in, game out by the likes of Mo Salah and others at Liverpool Football Club, and he ends up missing them. People are messaging me going like, hold that, he scored for Uruguay. Hold what? I'm not Mexican. I'm not Uruguayan. I don't care. I don't care if he scores goals for Uruguay or not. Couldn't give a flying F if he scores goals for Uruguay. If he scores goals for Liverpool, fantastic. Fantastic. We will all celebrate. We will all be happy. Finally, he's doing what he's paid to do at Liverpool Football Club. Finally, he's actually earning his price tag. Finally, he's scoring goals. But I could not care less. Could not care less about any goal any Liverpool player scores for his international team. I don't care if he's not performing for me. Why should I care? Darwin Nunez is going to stay at Liverpool Football Club, by the way, according to the reports and according to what I've heard. So we're going to have to see this guy next season. Would you guys rather he score 10 goals in the last games? 10 goals in the games for us, or go to the international break and score goals for Uruguay? Akhi, I don't care. Akhi, I do not care. Stop telling me that I'm supposed to sit up here and care about the goals that he scores for his national country, because that doesn't affect me whatsoever. Karen, can you ask Igal to send you my number, please, and message me? If that's actually Karen, please message me, because I need to get you on the channel. Anyway, back to the topic. Why should I care? People who support Darwin Nunez are getting to the stage where they're just clutching at straws and they cannot present a coherent argument as to why he's supposed to stay at Liverpool, as why I'm supposed to support this guy, as why I'm supposed to, to get behind Darwin Nunez. All I'm saying is no one cares what any player that we support does for their national team. It does not affect me whatsoever. I am not Brazilian. I'm not Argentinian. I'm not Uruguayan. I'm not Mexican from the yesterday game. I don't care. Why should I care? We're all Liverpool fans. We want Nunez to score goals for Liverpool Football Club. Bro, the copium is insane. The clutching at straws is insane. Like, I'm supposed to go like, yeah, make sure you score goals for Uruguay. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. People are going back already to making Darwin tweets and Darwin hype and shit like that. If he don't score goals for me, I couldn't care less. I want Nunez to have a great international to keep his value. Here's the thing, Toka. When you're talking about keeping his value, you need to understand something. And you need to just get to the point where you just accept this. Darwin Nunez is staying at Liverpool Football Club. Unless Darwin Nunez goes to Michael Edwards and says, I want to leave, inshallah he does. Unless that happens, he's staying. He's staying. And I've always said there are two possibilities. Either next season starts and he starts scoring goals, or next season starts and he's crap. I accept that the first option is a possibility. Next season could start and he could start scoring goals some way, somehow. But what if next season starts and he's missing chances again, and he's missing sitters again, and he's just doing the same BS over and over again? What if? Then what do we sit up here and do? 3 games after, everyone, Toka, that is hating on me and you right now, will come back to this chat and go like, we should have sold Darwin Nunez in the summer. Bro, if Darwin Nunez leaves Liverpool, I'll celebrate. Gladly, happily. Cannot wait. More than you believe. Anyway, Erik Ten Hag is next on the menu on the Daily Transfer News Show. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Come on, let's get to 300 likes. Let's get to 300 likes while we're live. You know, big up to you, Toka. Big up to Yes Man, Leslie, Zir, Tampa Lion, Man Dispossessed, Ben, Mo, and Ashraf. Big up to every single super chat. You guys are the bloodline of the channel. You guys are what keep the channel going. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for always showing us all the love and support. I want to ask you guys a question. Erik Ten Hag. According to the report, this is literally the exact report that has been, regarding Ten Hag, exactly verbatim. Manchester United's end of season review and decision on Erik Ten Hag's future will not go beyond this week. We are going to be expecting breaking news. Either Ten Hag remains or Ten Hag leaves by the end of this week. Now, this Ten Hag stuff has split opinions among the Man United fans. It's split opinions among, football fans in general, among people who watch the Premier League in general. And the Nunez hate is insane. The Nunez hate is insane. He only has 47 big chances missed with 20 goals. That's it. Oh, wow. The Nunez hate is insane. Oh my God, let me get the tissue. Oh, the Nunez hate is insane. He's been treated so unfairly by the Liverpool fans. He's been treated so unfairly, They've only gone and sang his name every time he misses a chance right in front of goal. Every time he fucks up an opportunity. The Nunez hate is so unbelievable. We always hate on Darwin Nunez. We mistreated him so much. We've been so abusive to him as a fan base, and he just doesn't deserve it. He deserves so much better. Because we can all see there's a player there, The guy has scored 0 goals against Man City this season, 0 goals against Arsenal, 0 goals against Man United, even 0 goals against Spurs. But we have to sit up here and go the Nunez hate is so bad. Shut the hell up. 47 big chances missed, 20 goals in 2 seasons. Get a grip. Get a grip and actually recognize what's happening on the football pitch. Fraud. Anyway, back to the topic. Manchester United. Erik ten Hag. You know what it is? I've really sat on the fence with this Ten Hag stuff. I've really sat on the fence with the Ten Hag stuff. I've really sat on the fence with it. I understand where people are coming from. I understand their logic. I understand their train of thought. I understand the way that they think. Like, problem is, if you're a United fan, you're sat back and you're seeing your club linked with like the likes of like Southgate and shit. You know, Potter, Thomas Tuchel, stuff like that. Why should you be excited about a future under Thomas Tuchel? Why should you be excited for a future under any of these guys? Like, I genuinely just don't get it. I genuinely just don't get it. You look at the situation of Manchester United, and they need to start making smart decisions. I think Thomas Tuchel is the most overrated manager in world football. I genuinely believe Thomas Tuchel is the most overrated manager in world football, and I stick by that. For me, he's the German Di Matteo. I see no difference. You won a Champions League with Chelsea, congratulations. You can have a cookie. Hell, you could even make the argument that Di Matteo did it first, so it's an even bigger achievement. How do you go manage Bayern Munich? And if it wasn't for Dortmund bottling it last year, and you lose to Leverkusen this year, with by far better players, with by far a better squad, with by far any of that stuff. And by the way, Thomas Tuchel has that sort of like, you know, Conte-esque type thing about him, where when he leaves the club, it's always worse than when he first got it. You know? He always leaves the club in a worse situation than he first got it. Is Thomas Tuchel the manager that's going to take over Manchester United and take them to the promised land? No. Of course not. Of course not. He is not going to take Manchester United into the promised land. So if you're a Man United fan, sat back talking about Thomas Tuchel and talking about Roberto De Zerbi, talking about Graham Potter, I'm not quite sure any of these managers take Man United over the line, over the over the competition, over any of that type of stuff. And you look at the manager market, and it stinks. I mean, Kompany's gone to Bayern Munich, Slots joined Liverpool, Maresca's joined Chelsea. So it's not like Man United are sat here with so many options to choose from. The managerial market stinks. I want to ask you guys a genuine question. 4 managers. Rank them 1 to 4. Ten Hag, Southgate, Potter, De Zerbi. Give me just 1 to 4 ranking. No life stories in the chat. I want to hear your ranking. De Zerbi, Potter, Ten Hag, and Gareth Southgate. Rank them 1 to 4 right now in the chat. Just write me 1 to 4 right here, right now. Just write me 1 to 4 ranking of these managers. It's just like, as much as you know, we can sit up here and we can say Ten Hag is the worst, but he ain't really worse than the other 3. What makes you say that Ten Hag is worse than Potter? What makes you say that Ten Hag is worse than De Zerbi? What, the way that he plays football? What makes you say Ten Hag is worse than Southgate? Why? Because Southgate, revolutionized England that didn't win anything. De Zerbi, Potter, Ten Hag, Southgate. De Zerbi, Potter, Ten Hag, Southgate. We've had that a lot. Some people putting Ten Hag at the top. Salman, you never let me know who you support, by the way. De Zerbi, Potter, Ten Hag, Southgate. Can I give you my ranking? I'll give you my ranking. 1, Ten Hag. 2, De Zerbi. 3, Potter. 4, Southgate. That's my personal ranking. I genuinely don't think they have upgraded if they get any of the other 3 managers. I said the same thing to the Chelsea fans, by the way, so I keep the same energy. Bro, you need to upgrade. If you want to sack a manager, if you want to get rid of a manager, there needs to be an upgrade. How can you convince me that Graham Potter is an upgrade on Ten Hag? How can you convince me as Southgate is an upgrade on Ten Hag? How can you convince me De Zerbi is an upgrade on Ten Hag? Maybe De Zerbi will play more exciting football. Maybe he'll play more offensive football. But are Man United fans ready? Are Man United fans ready to lose 5-0 and 6-0 here and now, here and then, because De Zerbi is so stuck to his style of football? Are you ready to lose? Are you ready to sit back here and just lose games by massive margins and by big margins just because De Zerbi wants to stick to, quote unquote, his style of football? You're a Chelsea fan, Salman, man. This guy's a Chelsea fan. You got me in the first half. Man's a Chelsea fan.
Pochettino should not be sacked. They could lose the next 5 games, and I would still say Pochettino should not be sacked.
This is my favorite video of 2024. Watch out. Anyway, I think they're going to be taking a decision on his future, and it'll be very interesting who Ineos hire, because this is going to be their first big decision. And speaking of Chelsea and Poch, this is where the question now that's going to genuinely show me what you guys think. Do you think, chat, yes or no? Do you think Mauricio Pochettino is better than the 4 managers that we mentioned? Big up, RSM, big up to you. Do you think Poch is better than De Zerbi, better than Ten Hag, better than the other 4? Yes or no in the chat. No life stories. Because I want to hear you guys' opinions. On a real. On a real. Do you think Pochettino is better than the other 4? Do you think that? I like how most people are saying yes already. I'll be honest with you. If Man United upgrade and they get Poch, I hear it. If Man United upgrade and they get, like, you know, someone better than Ten Hag, I hear it. But Man United getting Potter or any of the other 3, that don't help your situation whatsoever. And I think Ineos now are starting to get doubted already by certain part of the Man United fans. They're starting to get doubted because they're not making a swift enough decision. Because here's how my train of thought works. Listen to this. I'll tell you why I'm coming to the conclusion that Man United actually want, you know, Man United actually want, what's it called? Southgate. Okay? So, I'll tell you what's my logic for Man United wanting Southgate. Okay? This is the logic. I'm going to be very logical about it. It's not an agenda. If they wanted De Zerbi, they could have got him already. If they wanted Thomas Tuchel, they could have got him already. If they wanted Potter, they could have got him already. Hell, if they wanted Thomas Frank or Pochettino or any of these, they would have got him in already. Are they waiting for the end of the Euros to announce that Gareth Southgate will be Man United manager? This here is going to be the $1 million question. Because all roads are leading towards Gareth Southgate. By the way, I'm actually being serious. All roads, I'm not even trying to banter, I'm actually being serious. I'm being serious. All roads do lead towards Gareth Southgate. Think about this objectively and logically, Habibis. Think about this logically. Do all roads not lead towards Gareth Southgate in the argument that I'm making? Because everyone else we've mentioned is already available anyway. What are Man United waiting for? What are Man United waiting for? Think about this logically. Why? What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? De Zerbi is available. All these guys are available. I'm just saying, I'm just being logical about this whole situation. De Zerbi is available. All these guys are available. I'm not quite sure that they need to be waiting, to be honest with you. And here's the thing, Ashraf, you're saying you think they will stick with Ten Hag. Let me tell you this. I don't necessarily think them sticking with Ten Hag is a bad idea, given who they're linked with, given who's available in the market, because sometimes the market dictates what you do. And I know this is something that people hate. Oh, but Conte is available. Mourinho is available. Yeah, for a club like us, United don't need Conte and Mourinho. United need a builder. No, because they're rebuilding. If they stick with Ten Hag, and I'm actually going to be serious right now, I'm not even trolling. If they stick with Ten Hag, Ineos go to Ten Hag, tell him you won't be making any transfer decisions. You are simply going to be the head coach. You're going to be making coaching decisions. I don't necessarily think Ten Hag is a bad manager from that perspective, from that angle. I really don't think he's a bad coach per se. I mean, he's won an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. They finished top 4 once. The season obviously was really bad. I think what actually destroyed Ten Hag is actually his talent ID. I really think it's his talent ID that's destroyed Ten Hag. If they just allow the scouts and the sporting people to make decisions, and they tell Ten Hag don't make any transfer decisions, that would be good for them. That'd be good for them. That's generally what I say. Big up to my guy Talal Rishad, who says Griezmann and Dybala 12 million clause. Would you take them? Antoine Griezmann is a player that would be a dream to watch at Liverpool Football Club. Grisou, bro, Griezmann is so good. Regardless who you support in the chat, would you take Griezmann at your club? Be honest. I genuinely would take Griezmann at my club all day, every day. All day, every day. Antoine? Bro, bring me Antoine, please. Bring me Antoine, please. I'm taking that guy right now. Regardless who you support in the chat, you taking him. Yes, at Arsenal. Yes, yes, yes. Most people will say yes in the chat. I can't lie to you. Yes, yeah, I take him back now. Yes. Only one guy saying no. Yes. Bro. I get what you're saying in terms of age. That's fair. But like for a year and for only 10 million, Grisou, bro, he would cook. Bro, he would cook. He really would. There you are. He's been treated so poorly by the Liverpool fans. He missed the tap and they started singing his name. What treated poorly? Anyway, big up to Ashraf, big up to Mo, Ben, Man Dispossessed, Tampa Lion, Zir, Leslie, Yes, Toka, and Talal for the super chats. Big up to every single super chatter. I genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys always support the channel. You guys always show us love. So I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you've always shown me. I am humbled by you guys' love. Big up every single person. Regardless, I will never ever, I'm not the type of guy like, oh, the super chat is only $1 or this super chat is only 6 ringgit. I don't care. Big up everyone who supports the channel. You guys are the bloodline of the channel. You guys are what keep the channel going. That's why we write your names down. We give you a shout out at the end because I generally do appreciate you guys spending your money to support This Is Football, to support the channel. I love you all. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let's get to 300 likes before the end of the video. You get me? And pray for Jordan. Because today, in the World Cup qualifiers, we play Tajikistan in 2 hours from now. So, my whole household is ready. We're going to be watching that. I might be back tonight to do a more Liverpool-related stream. We'll see if I can do something maybe towards midnight. No, never Jordan watch along. I'm too angry when I'm watching my international team play. So we'll probably be back, inshallah, around midnight time. I'll see what I can cook up. I'll see what stream we can make. It might be more Liverpool themed, more than anything else. Love you all. Thank you guys so much for always supporting and showing love to the channel. And I'm see you guys later, inshallah.